A few minutes before the screening event of Transformers 1 in Annecy's Animation Film Festival, we are lucky to have a few moments with producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura and director Josh Cooley. Thank you very much for being here, guys.
Thank you.
And welcome in Annecy.
We're very excited to be here.
That's your first time
First
in Annecy.
time.
How
Yes.
do you feel?
I'm really excited because we're going to show it to a lot of people that really understand animation, and I suspect it will be a most unusual screening as a result. So that's going to be exciting, and it's the first time we're screening it. So we got a treat for us tonight.
Josh, you have some experience with Annecy's audience. What can you expect?
A lot of paper airplanes thrown at me while on stage, and a lot of chaos. But great, but you know, perfect for an animation crowd. It's gonna be a blast.
Shifting from live-action films back to an animated feature presents unique challenges and opportunities. With animation, did Transformers 1 regain access to its full potential?
Well, there's no way you could have told this story live action. It would have cost $1 billion. You just couldn't have done it. So in that respect, we had no choice. But the truth of the matter is that going back to the origin story of all Transformers is the great opportunity that we had with this film.
I've heard that, Josh, you had the Transformers Bible in the hand and that it was much bigger than what you expected.
Well, what Hasbro, when I first began, they gave me a big PDF that was the length of the Bible that just had the whole lore of Transformers and all the different versions of it, from the Japanese TV show to the comics to the movies. It's huge and overwhelming. But once you really concentrate on what the story is about, then you can use the bits and pieces that you need from the lore to support the story.
You were only 5 when Transformers were born with the animation series. Can you remember it? And
oh yeah.
How did it influence your work here?
Every Saturday morning, I was sitting there watching it with a bowl of cereal, and I think G.I. Joe was on after it. Like everybody did this. This was just how we grew up. And then I saw the movie in the 80s, 86. I think I was 7 or something, and I cried along with everybody else when Optimus died in that movie.
Lorenzo, as a producer who's been deeply involved with the Transformers franchise for almost 30 years, how do you see Transformers 1 fitting into and evolving the overall strategy of this amazing universe?
Well, what's great about in animated form is we didn't need human characters. And so it's a very different experience. We were really able to explore the Transformers. So the audience is going to get to know the characters differently than they have before. They're going to see them differently, and they're going to understand them differently, which is really an interesting thing to do. And you're really going to see the humanity of who the robots are. And so I think there's been a lot of just, in the live action movies, we're really spending time dealing with the humanity of the humans. Here we only are dealing with robots, and therefore you get into their humanity in a way you just haven't seen before.
You also dealt a little with humans and gathered a special cast of voices. How did you manage to convince them, or did them ask you to be in it?
No, they did not ask, but well, it's a combination of things. The first thing is that the Transformers have a big, people know about them. And so you have a little bit of a good start there, and people want to be part of things that are successful, but also they're not really sure about, is that right for me? So it's really about, I was fortunate that I had a very good partner in talking to them about what we were asking of them as actors, because they didn't know the depth of the performance we were going to ask of them. And I think that was the surprise for the actors, was how much they were going to be participating. And also, collectively, we put such an impressive cast. Once you start putting 2 or 3 really impressive people together, then it's easy to get everybody else. So the first 2 or 3 is the hard part.
You are about to present a version of the movie, of the film, in front of the most reactive audience in the world. How will this influence your work in the next months before the official release?
Oh, wow. Well, it'll be, we still have the sound mix to finish up. And it will be informative for sure. We'll be able to see how people are reacting to certain things, and we'll be able to make some adjustments. It's the perfect audience to be showing this version.
I think it's going to affect a lot how we think about the following movie. Because how they're going to be we're going to be talking about what is the next movie over the next few months, because now as you begin to finish the film, now you start thinking about what the next one is. And so as those conversations creatively go on, I think we're going to get a lot of feedback about what is particularly grabbing the audience, and then that way our view of what the second story is will shift a bit.
So we'll might see you more often in Annecy, Lorenzo.
I hope so. Listen, a long time ago, we were just talking about this. I was very intricately involved in the Iron Giant, and so I didn't really know anything about this festival. So I'm excited to be here for my first time, and I'm hoping tonight's a good experience, because if it's not a good experience, I won't be back. But I think it will be. So I look forward to coming back.
Well, we are minutes from this moment to start, and I'm going to let you live it to the fullest.
So
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.